Welcome back, guys. I'm sure you are much more confident with regards to cash budgets now than before the program started. Certainly. Why? Because we're going to show you exactly this is how you approach a question. This is where you place the emphasis. So, with me, Ashraf Patel, and Matrix Uploaded, the route to an A in accounting. Let's look at the next question. Smart Store plans to purchase equipment during the budget period. Study the cash budget in order to calculate the total expected cost price of this equipment. Okay, under my payment section, I'm told that there's a deposit, a purchase of equipment of 3,000 Rand. I hope you can see that. Right? And I'm also told there's an installment payment, equipment, 4 installments of 4,700. 4 installments of 4,700. Guys, you know what Ashraf always says, don't you? What does he say? RTFQ. Read the full question. In other words, when you are attempting a question, make sure that you know exactly what is expected of you. In this case here, what was expected of us? We were expected to calculate the total cost of that equipment. Right? Now here goes. Watch. Step number one. Did we pay a deposit? Yes, we did. How much did we pay? We paid an amount of 3,000 Rand. I showed you that figure. That was a deposit that we had paid on the equipment that we were going to purchase. Right. Beneath that, what did we see? There were 4 installments of 4,700 Rand each. 4 installments. So therefore, if you calculate the 4 installments at 4,700 each, it gives you an amount of 18,800. Therefore, the question said, calculate the total expected cost price of the equipment. In other words, it was not only the installments of 4,700, which gave us 18,800, but you also had to bring in the 3,000 Rand, which was your deposit. So take the 2 components into account, the 3,000 plus the 18,800, and voila. The total cost price expected for this equipment would be 21,800. Clear, guys? Brilliant. Let's move on. The sales assistant has complained to Mrs. Reddy about her proposed salary increase in November 2008. Her salary is expected to increase by 2.5%. Now, obviously, when you're looking at salary increases, what are the things that you need to look on? What are the things that you need to look at? What are other components? What impacts on the salary increase? Yes, you would look at the inflation rate. You would look at the consumer price index. You would look at other salaries in the industry related to that particular sector of the economy. Now, obviously, we are expecting you to think out of the box. We are expecting you to interpret and analyze and to analyze data. That's right. So now, if her salary is expected to increase by 2.5%, certainly well below the current consumer price index, surely that is not fair. You wouldn't accept an increase like that if you were working for this particular business. And also, if you compare it to other people in the business, yes, obviously managers do have a bigger responsibility, but to compare 2.5% to 14%, surely that is not on. So that would be one argument for her. What would you argue against her? you would say that your sales have been decreasing over the past months, as stated in a question earlier. And obviously, the business is experiencing huge difficulties at present as a result of the weakening economy. So now, what would you tell her? You would tell her, yes, rather accept the 2.5%. Then what else? Maybe you could be retrenched. And if you are retrenched, then definitely you won't be getting a salary anymore. Or you could tell her that rather than expect a 0% increase, as a result of the decrease in sales and the weakening economy, you are fortunate that you still have a job. So that is one argument against her opinion. So you must be able to argue for and against. The against argument is, be grateful. You are at least receiving a 2.5% increase. Well, guys, you can see you need to know your story when it comes to cash budgets. But don't worry, you will be there. You will be prepared as that final date for your exam slowly but surely creeps on. Keep tuned to Matrix Uploaded, and we'll be back with you in a jiffy.